In this first video, we're going to talk about taxes and federal taxes in particular. Taxes are a way for the government to generate revenue from its citizens to run programs and the country. The first type we're going to talk about is federal, and these are going to be taken out of your paycheck. Federal income tax is money that is deducted, meaning taken out of your paycheck based off of what you make. This is the largest tax collected and funds many programs. The next one would be Social Security tax. Social Security tax is money taken out of your paycheck and put aside to generate a retirement fund for the American people. When you retire, you get a monthly Social Security check back from the government. It's enough money to basically live off of, but not to go take trips to Arizona, Florida, like some older people do. It's enough to survive. Okay, so Social Security is the nation's retirement plan. Okay, and then the next one is Medicare. Excuse me. It's medical insurance for people over 65 years of age. And once you retire at 65, you are able to collect your Medicare insurance. Basically, you get insurance through the government free, covers most things, and takes care of you. Medical expenses are not only going up at this point, and will only be more expensive as the future grows. So it's a nice program the government has set up. Capital gains tax. These taxes are taken out of investments. So if I have $1 million in the stock market and I want to cash it out, I would not get $1 million back. The government is going to tax that, and I would get less than $1 million back. So capital gains is on investments. Estate tax is on, an example would be when you inherit something when somebody dies, any asset. So if you inherit 500 acres of farmland, you will be taxed on that by the government. Even if it's from your grandpa, dad, mom, uncle, whatever, you will be taxed on that farmland. Any assets, housing, real estate, stuff like that, you are taxed when you inherit things. That's estate tax. Circling back to your paycheck, another tax taken out of your paycheck is your unemployment tax, meaning you pay a little bit in, and when you don't have a job, you can claim unemployment, and the government will write you a check every month. It's not to get rich by, it's enough basically to survive. You see seasonal workers do this. Maybe you work construction in the summer and then don't work in the winter. You get an unemployment check. Okay. The next one is what happens when you own your own business? Do you pay taxes if you're self-employed and you own your own business? Yes. You've got to keep track of that on your own, and then you send that in at the end of the year. That's called self-employment taxes. Self-employed people pay Social Security, unemployment tax, Medicare, and federal income tax. Okay. So that's basically how federal income taxes work. It is your duty as a United States citizen to pay your taxes. You need to do it on your own. The government tells you when they're due by April 15th to the IRS. They expect you to pay those on your own, and they will check in on you from time to time, and that's called an audit. We'll talk about that in the next video. Okay, but remember, federal income taxes fund our Department of Defense, Air Force, Navy, Army, Coast Guard, law enforcement, the national debt, social programs, and community development. So that's what federal taxes go for.